boy, that one's still going. I kind of like the sound. What's up? Is it going to go again? Oh, hold on, guys. It is my fault as to why it's doing that. Now I fixed it. All right. Hello, Billy. Hello, Ronnie. Mods, thanks for bouncing over so I could get you guys properly set. What is up, Diz? Hello, right side. Hey, right side. I finally got you some support on the mod side. Good to see you, right side. Yeah, going to touch on world news, try to take advantage of trolling news this week because I need to get it to a proper number of watch hours so that we have a good backup in case they take us down over at the original Mark Z. Just prepared, Deborah, 3 times in one day. Yeah, I'll be back at 7, right? Kevin, yeah, this was scheduled to, because like in the morning's coffee, I'm trying to focus more on just answering questions this week. So I'm trying to move the news outside of it so that I can answer all those questions. You know, how much currency do I take? What number do I call? How are they going to announce it? All of those things. Lots of those beginning questions going on because we have so many people new to it. A lot of Nasera questions, and that's probably what I'm going to try to focus on more tomorrow. Is a lot of those, what it means to folks with currency, without currency on the morning coffee hour, and try to move the news to trolling news this week, or at least like the afternoon news or the morning news, whatever. Hello, all. I did. Now I forgot. I've got to get like in a different rhythm. That takes a little bit. Let's see. All right. Sorry, guys, about that. I'm trying to like get settled in. All right. It's happening. It is fun. I know I wasn't going to do any RV stuff on this one, but the news out of Iraq today has been really good just since the stream. They are openly having discussions about a higher expected value than before the Gulf War. And before the Gulf War, guys, it was upper 3s. So those 471, 481 rates that we're seeing a lot, starting to look very doable. Of course, you also have to remember that the U.S. dollar has taken it in the absolute rear end here lately. So it may not be the dinar getting so much value as the U.S. dollar losing value. Hello, Ronnie. Oh, wait a minute. Make certain I do this one right. Yep, okay. If you guys see another one of the mods pop in, let me know so I can roll over. Let's just talk news real quickly, guys. Yeah, hit the likes. Let's get this one going. I need to get to 4,000 watch hours, and we got like 71, 72 watch hours. So I'm going to have to stream here a lot this week if we're going to get there so that we have a proper backup for the regular channel. Now, let's see right side have to pawn a few. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get this done, and you don't have to pawn anything. Or you can go back and get it quickly. But yeah, that's why I always suggest Dong, because it's so easy to move. If you've overspent, it's easy to get majority of your dollars back. All right, guys. Let's talk world news real quickly. And then I've still got some errands to run before I have to come back this evening. So let's do it. Breaking. This is today, guys. Georgia can't produce over 17,000 of the 2020 election ballot images required by law. This one's a pretty good article, man. They go into just how many counties don't have copies of the digital ballots that they're supposed to have, how many don't even have some of the physical ones, all of the shenanigans, and surprisingly, okay, not surprisingly, Fulton County is one of the key players in this one, not having what they're supposed to. 56 counties admit images simply not available despite federal, state, and retention laws. 74 counties can't produce the original ballot images. They have maybe copies. Somebody might have a copy down there in housekeeping. Somebody might have one over there in cafeteria services. Downright nuts coming out of there. All right, let's keep ripping through it. Hundreds of thousands are supposed to go on a 4-day nationwide strike, guys. This was supposed to start yesterday. I wanted to ask you all if you have seen it. Are you participating? Have you stepped out? Have you talked to truck drivers, manufacturers, dock loaders, anybody that is participating in this? I would like to know. We touched on this morning. There are currently no future engagements in the system. This website, guys, is the Future Engagements Diary. They track all movement of the royal family in the UK. If they're having any kind of appearance. They're going to have a tea with the Queen. They're going to have a meeting with the Minister of Tanzania, whatever it is, it goes here. It suddenly, in just the last couple of days, has gone to currently no future engagements in the system, meaning they have canceled everything. Hey, Gower, it's good to see you, man. Sneaking in here just to give the news, right? Keep rolling. This is no surprise for those of us paying attention, but it is curious on the timing. Here is a story coming out of the New York Post. The U.S.-linked Chinese military scientist filed a patent for a lollipop days after the contagion emerged, meaning they already had to have been in development. They already had to have enough of the science far along to file a patent. They already had to have it all prepared in the material, guys. Filing a patent is not an easy thing. It is a quite laborious enterprise in which a tremendous amount of research, drawings, and everything else have to go into it. But within days, already had it ready. I mean, within days of finding out that there was indeed some kind of bug spreading, it was ready to go. It certainly leads us to believe that there are some pandemic things going on in this one. All right, puzzling heart disease in football. This is translated from a German paper in Berlin. For some reason in Germany, Europe, Barcelona, all over the soccer leagues there, when they say football, they mean European football, aka soccer. An unusually large number of professional and amateur soccer players have collapsed recently. They're having heart disease issues left and right. We know this is a possible side effect, and it seems to be affecting these very healthy athletes, right? So what do you think it does to you and I? The Moderna lollipops now not recommended for children under 30 by the High Authority for Health. Children may not be a proper translation, guys. This is from a France paper, from a French news source and translated. So not recommended under 30. They do know they're now recommending Pfizer if you're under 30, because while it does have a higher incidence, a known side effect for myocarditis, polycarditis, and all that, it is not as high as the Moderna one. Still there. 3 more reports of teen deaths after their lollipops. This is here in the United States, guys. 3 more deaths. Now remember, totally untreated, CDC, all these numbers, guys, they projected that we would lose about 45 kids, normal, healthy kids. These aren't counting pre-existing, to the bug if we did not shoot them up. Of course, we will lose about 117 to 1 based on the known side effects of this. So we've already lost 3. We are literally killing more than we're saving. I know I'll get in trouble for that, I'm certain. And just to stick with the craziness of the whole thing, New York City is now going to start offering $100 to kids 5 to 11 if they'll go get it done. So we'll give you a lollipop, a cool sticker, and $100. These kids can't make a logical decision for themselves, so their parents will do it, right? Sounds like a very irresponsible parent, in my opinion, based on the science and the facts, unless there is some serious underlying condition that makes it make scientific sense. It is sad. This is absolutely nuts. Anyone with an injury could claim up to $390,000 from a special fund. This was set up in the first bailout when there was hesitancy. This was their way of trying to get around said hesitancy. They were going to put in a fund. So they staked it with a lot of money, and most people don't know about this. I highly suggest you get it out there if you know anybody that has been injured. We had some folks in just the stream this morning talking about how they had family members that had been injured, kind of screwed. Eric Clapton couldn't play, lost all kind of gigs. He should be eligible. A number of people, guys. This is going to be a very important article to remember moving forward for your family members that now have rheumatoid arthritis. They now have heart issues. They spent a week in the hospital. Very important one to remember, guys. Very important article to remember moving forward. Exclusive. Peter Navarro, millions died because the sociopath Fauci withheld details of the lab from the Trump administration. This is a good read. Peter Navarro, former White House Director of Trade Manufacturing Policy, said millions of people died because Anthony, guys, they even get into some of the transcripts and the discussions that were held inside of the Oval Office between the advisors, and just how blatantly Anthony was saying one thing in there and another to the cameras. One of the most interesting, I thought, was, let's see if I can find this one real quickly. Hold on. He was telling them, do not stop flights. Do not stop flights. It won't be effective. It won't help slow anything. He was pushing to keep all of the flights open and moving at the beginning of this thing. Meanwhile, he's coming out and saying we should have shut everything down. Trump administration was negligent. Let's see if I can find this one. But I do love this. There are comments on it. Here we go. There are 4 people in the room. This is according to Navarro that are going to give me trouble. He recalled Mickey Mulvaney, acting chief of staff. I've got one of Pompeo's hacks there, the bumbling Robert Redfield, and of course, Alex Azar, the Secretary of Health and Human Services. But sitting across from me is a little guy with little round glasses who I immediately get into a violent argument with. And he just keeps insisting that travel bans don't work. It's like Flaubert's parrot. He just keeps going and going and going. And as pointing out, so there were like 20,000 Chinese nationals coming in every day into Kennedy and Dulles and LAX and O'Hare. Many of them they knew were carrying the bug. But Anthony was pushing to leave everything open. Of course, he is supposed to be the specialist on this. So they did. When you look at that policy, even though Trump wanted to come out ahead, the left screamed. Here we have, like, we even have transcripts on it where he is pushing to leave everything wide open. Certainly does seem, you take that story into account with the lollipop, the treatment being filed within days of finding out that it's even out there, meaning it had to have been developed over the last couple of years. It does certainly make you scratch your head, doesn't it? All right, White House says the DOJ to determine how much illegal immigrants will be paid as GOP fights proposal. Guys, they were originally proposing about $450,000 per family. And of course, they say for everybody separated from their family during the Trump administration. They forgot to tell you that policy actually started during the Obama administration when Joe was the vice president. That's when the policy started. They're the ones that developed the policy. They're the ones that came up with the policy. They're the ones that had the cages for kids and families. They were holding areas when it was theirs. It was cages when it was Trump. And now I think it is whatever they're calling it now. The DOJ presently during this administration answers directly to the White House. They have weaponized it. They have used it. This is a convenient way of putting it on them. Say, oh, no, man, they're going to figure it out. I got nothing to do with it. Nobody's buying it, Joe. Nobody's buying it. Of course, he didn't know about it until days later. He was like, man, that's crazy. There's no way we're doing that. And then his aides are like, yeah, his handler, whoever that is, told him, hey, yeah, no, we're doing that. Now you need to get on board. And then he did. It was literally within 24-hour period. He went from, nah, that's not true to, all right, that's true. We're doing that. Get over it. It's because of Trump. Fed issues a market red alert, warns stocks vulnerable to significant declines. Guys, this came out late yesterday in the trading day. They are expecting the bubble of all bubbles to start showing cracks. We could have told them that. We see it on Main Street, if not on Wall Street. Producer inflation picks up in October. This is according to our government. They're only showing 8.6% on year. We know it's much higher than that, but that they are now admitting to. Of course, if you have money in the bank, you lost money this year. Even if you were earning, 8%, you still went backwards. In reality, it's more than that. It's probably more like 15, 20% is what you've lost because of the increase in your power bills, your heating bills, your grocery bills, and everything else. But it is interesting to see the government finally admitting that things are getting out of hand and quickly. Ooh, I did in this morning's. I wanted to include this, though. Let me get my picture out of here. Somebody had sent me Theta Chamber Visit by MedBed Spa. I found it interesting. Just some of the technology that's already out there and they're working with. Not quite as groundbreaking as we're hoping, but still appears to be somewhat effective. So I wanted to include that one. I did have a couple of other things to touch on real quickly. I am working on a special China program later in the week, maybe on the weekend, so that we can journal and log all the problems going on there, as it looks like they are building towards a collapse. Let me get this one over here real quickly. I want to just touch on some of the stuff we are seeing going on in China. China's call to stock up sparks a panic buying. Now, this is coming from a Inside or China Insights. These folks are made up of predominantly former Chinese citizens that have escaped. China's spinach surges 400%, vegetable prices skyrocket. Is it because of the outbreak or the coming war? They are preparing. Now, this is the interesting part. Let's see if I can find this. Let's bring it over. We have, do I have this one up? Where are we at? Should be on, it's just hiccuping a little bit. War Games, the battle for Taiwan. It's a Reuters article that goes into just some of the history, how it's shaping up, how China may proceed. I thought it was an interesting piece. It's just from November 5th, so it's only a few days old, guys. Definitely worth the look. Definitely worth the look. All right. I think that about covers what I wanted to cover in Trolling News Network today. Let's see. Hey, right side, I will remember that. I appreciate that. I will definitely. Plus, right side, we need to squeeze you in on here occasion. Perhaps we can get your channel breathing properly again. Hello, Isa. Hello, Ronnie. We do. So fortunate. Hello, Anonymous. Thank you for making it over, guys. I appreciate you. I can spend a few more minutes if you guys have some questions before I need to get to running errands. So if you guys would like, ask away. Going back through you guys' chat to see if I've missed anything. Yeah, difficult to collect that money when you're dead. You are not kidding. Let's touch on just that one. Where is that one? That story there. Anyone with an injury could claim up to $379,000. It is awfully tough to collect when you are pushing up daisies. Oh, I do. Cannot wait for a flying car. I'm just looking forward to being healthy and fishing with you guys, hanging out, taking a long walk in nature again. Man, am I looking forward to all the things that are changing. Rusty, it's good to see you. That's not a bad idea, right side. Hey, actually, right side, you got me thinking there. Not a bad suggestion at all. Holy smokes. Isa Loves Lines dropped 46 pounds off me in the last 2 months. Also stopped drinking Diet Pepsi. Diet drinks are so horribly bad for you. Let's see. I just realized that it was in the currency room. I found her post. Sorry for that. Oh, all right. You guys don't need me for that part. Sometimes it's good not to be needed. We have Skefla again. Boy, I tell you, we were waiting for you to show up. I did save a couple of good questions for you, though. If you want to go through the links from yesterday, a Reuters article talking about the revaluation of the currency as well, just in case you thought they were in on the conspiracy with me, Skefla. Just in case you thought so. Doesn't it make for fun, guys? We were waiting for that one. All right. Any other quick questions, guys, before I call it a day and get back into work and chasing everything that's got to be done today? Let's get back to here so you can see my ugly mug for another minute or two. Christine, literally all of my metals dealers and friends that are in the industry are very much looking for gold and silver to jump once it goes live. Or the market crashes. Either way, they're looking for a substantial rise in value on silver and gold. Okay, trolling news getting trolled. We also get to troll the trolls on here. All right. I guess I should probably wrap it up here. I am going to try to make trolling news every week this week at 2 p.m. to give you the news so that we can cover RV related stuff in the morning coffee hour as things appear to be heating up, just to separate those two so you guys can enjoy it. You guys are awesome. All right. I will see you guys 7 o'clock over at the normal channel in hopes that we have some more updates. I mean, we've had one this afternoon as in Iraq, they released information saying they were looking for a higher value than pre-Gulf War. That was pretty cool. I'm certain you'll see that on the board soon if you haven't already started popping up. Too many people are following what is happening in Iraq proper for it not to make the boards. All right, guys. See you guys at 7. Time for me to go grab the keys and get busy.